The problem that I saw, and this is between 05 to 07, was the push for secularism.
The decade of the 2000s in Kenya is the decade of constitutional reform. I started getting concerned that some of the recommendations that were being put forward were going to convert Kenya into the kind of liberal, progressive country as we see in the West, where some of our moral values, respect for life, respect for family, respect for religious identity, were going to vanish.
So I saw the need to bring together a loud voice to contend for Christ in the marketplace. So that is what made us think it's important to institutionalize, come up with the Kenya Christian Professionals Forum so that together we can contend for the faith in an informed way. So what we did, we started it in the Kenya Christian Lawyers. We started doing the No campaign with the church leaders.
So KCPF came up because these professionals who are working together with the church leaders, after the referendum when the No campaign lost, these professionals came together and started asking themselves, what next? The new constitution has now come in. There are certain concerns that we had with the new constitution. It is now going to be the enabling law. Should we just pack up our tools, sit back, and wait for those things we were fearing to materialize? And we said, no, now is the time to institutionalize.
That is when we set up the first board. That is when we went out looking for our partners. We went door to door. And I want to tell you, it was a big yes from all those institutions.
And in fact, later on, we identified John 17:21. May they all be one as the inspiration of Kenya Christian Professionals Forum.
We thought, why must we state we are Christian? We can just say we are professionals. But we needed to state it, make it very clear that we are soldiers of Christ.
Today, KCPF is structured within 4 thematic areas. We have family, we have life, we have religion, and we have governance. So family is based on the concept that we are protecting and promoting the family. Life is about protecting life from conception until natural death. And then we have governance, which is about promoting, good governance in Kenya. And then we have religion, that talks about religious tolerance and just having a free environment where Kenyans can actually practice their religion. So these thematic areas have committees that work under them. So these committees have their chair, who is called the convener, and then they have the vice convener and a committee that is made up of various professionals coming from different areas.
We have also organized flagship platforms that annually we come together to advance or articulate the issues around these 5 thematic areas. So in January, we come together through what we call the Ecumenical Prayer Breakfast, where we come to pray together because we believe in the power and the impact of prayer and praying collectively. In March, we have what we call the Life March. Why Life March? Life March is because we appreciate that even though you may have very good policies and laws, but if you don't address the issue of the culture, then you might actually have reversal over time. Then in the month of May, knowing the importance of family, we have what we call the Family Symposium and the International Day of the Family. In September, we celebrate Utumishi Bora. In summary, Utumishi Bora is about appreciating and recognizing professionals who are making a difference in their areas, and they're doing it knowing very well that it's part of their kingdom advancement.
KCPF today continues to engage young people to actively have the next generation of young people that are going to take up, the mantle of fighting for the truth and fighting for what we believe in. Because again, we cannot let our mission die out. So we do hope that young people will take up the cause as powerfully as the generation that has passed.
We have built a model that other African countries are now calling us upon to actually go and replicate. That is an organization that is bold in its articulation, professional in its engagement, and also unapologetically Christian. The future of the continent, the future of the faith engagement is in our ability to represent the issues and the things that are dear to us in the marketplace, living them, believing them, and pushing them in the marketplace.
I've led KCPF for 10 years. My time for departure has come. Charles has taken over the leadership with a very empowered team. They are going to perform in an exemplary way. They are going to move this institution to greater heights. And I have no doubt that since KCPF is God's idea, He will give us the success. Amen.
I recently took over as the chair of KCPF from June 2020, and we are now beginning version 2.0. I'm so excited about the future. We are going to ensure that we have a bigger focus on intellectual matters. We'll do an annual report on state of life, family, and faith. We are going to do a journal that will appear twice a year, focusing on these areas of interest. And then we are going to engage on operational matters, programmatic. We are going to deal with call center for counseling, crisis pregnancies, and so on. We are going to set up a family resources center where professionals will come together and they will be able to facilitate people who are having challenges in matters of family. Finally, we have decided to make a very big focus on the question of good governance, fighting our twin vices of negative ethnicity and corruption through focus on integrity and inclusivity in organizations.